I cannot believe I left LA after 8 years. Why would I leave LA? Stay, girl. I'll tell you why. It's cheese. Check me out. You gotta check me out. It's cheese. Hey, check me out. Hey, you gotta check me out. It's cheese. Check me out. You gotta check me out. Hey, check me out. Check me out. Check me out. Check me out. Hello. I hope that you guys can hear me. What's up? It's your girl, Atika Green, the content queen. Welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, hey girl, hey. But if you are someone who's been shooting in the gym for a while, welcome back, my friend. Let's get into this video. Why did I leave Los Angeles after 8 years? And I'm gonna tell you because some of the reasons may not be what you think they are. And a few of them may be like, oh yeah, that's what I heard about that place. So stick around. Grab your beverage, grab your snack, because it's tea time with Teak, okay? I honestly never thought I would leave LA, but after 8 years, I packed my bags and got up out of there, okay? And now we're getting to that, but I know some of you guys are seeing my face for the first time. So if you don't know, I'm Atika Green. I'm an actress, a content creator, and an entrepreneur. And I started acting 10 plus years ago, but I moved to Los Angeles in 2016, and that's where I really started my acting career. Now, after living in that same city for 8 years, I thought that I would at least be there for 10 because that was the golden number. Stay for 10 years, and your career would be doot, doot, doot. Instead of doot, 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 it did what it did. But I am grateful. I did have a lot of wins, a lot of highs, honestly. That was the first time I ever booked any television. I worked on Insecure. You can check out my video about how I booked Insecure. I'll tag it down below. I booked SWAT. I booked a couple of things. Like I was working as a television actress, and that was a dream come true for me. But after a while, the city started to become stale. And I want to say it was more so after the pandemic. Like before the pandemic, it still had its vibrant life, but the pandemic really sucked something out of that city. It's lost angels for a reason because it's a city full with so many people with lost dreams who never got a chance to achieve the things that they wanted. And just like any place else, the energy, the spirit is heavy on that. So you can feel it when you walk through the city. And honestly, I don't think I was really ready to make this video until I visited recently. I just came back from Los Angeles a couple of days ago for some work, and coming back I live in Atlanta now. We'll get into that eventually. But I live in Atlanta now, and coming back to Atlanta and feeling like, oh, this is starting to feel like home, where LA was just feeling like it's a vacation. Get me up out of here. I'm in my bathroom doing this video, y'all, because I have put this video off for so long that I'm like, you're doing a get ready with me video right now, just do it. So this is a just do it. So I hope y'all just love it. Anyway, so I moved to Los Angeles in 2016 because I had recently graduated from acting school in 2014. And I was like, I knew Los Angeles was the place I needed to be to make my dreams come true. So at the time, one of my best friends was moving to Los Angeles, and that was my homie. Like we spent our summers together. We had good times. So I couldn't imagine my life without him at the time. So he said he was leaving. I was like, bet. Even more reason to go. Let me just do this. And I had never really lived outside of my parents' home except for when I went to college in Pennsylvania. And that was before I went to acting school, So other than that, I never really lived outside the house, but I knew I could do it because college set you up for that. Especially if you're young and you haven't gone to college yet and you're watching this video, go away to college. If you never learned nothing from me, go away to college. It'll help you grow as an individual and as a person. And if you're an artist, even more, because the experiences that you will have, honey, chef's kiss, okay? I left New York because I really wanted to do television acting. Obviously, New York was more of a Broadway, theater-heavy city, and I definitely thrive in theater. That's my first love. That's my roots. But I knew that the coins was in television, and I knew that I wanted to experience that part of my craft. So right to Los Angeles I go, and it was amazing. I met a lot of people, connected with people who were from
the East Coast, from the West Coast, from the Midwest, from the Southeast, everywhere. Like, it was just really cool to get all of these different type of people from different parts of the world. We all came to Los Angeles for one goal, and whether that was to be an actor, a writer, a director, a producer, we all wanted to work in Hollywood. So it was amazing. I think that the reason why I stayed longer was because of my community. The community I have in Los Angeles is really strong. I not only made connections through the different shows I would do, but I also joined an amazing improv group, A Tribe Called Melanin, an all Black improv group in Los Angeles, which was super unheard of. And those people have become my family, you know, my friends turned family. And they really kept me and held me and made me feel like I had something in Los Angeles worth holding on to. And I knew I didn't want to leave that. So I stayed. I stayed a little bit longer than I probably wanted to in my spirit, because after maybe 2021, 22, you know, life started to open up slowly. And as life started to open up slowly, I could see the shift in the city. And I'm speaking more so from an energetic space, but it's not like it was just like, boom, I got to leave. It was just the time that I had spent there and the shift that I felt because of that time. It's no secret that Los Angeles is expensive. It's actually one of the top expensive cities. And I come from one of them as well, New York City. Obviously in New York, I live with my family. So I wasn't thinking about it until I did live by myself for like a short period of time. And I was like, oh, it's expensive. But why would I go to another expensive city? But, you know, when you're younger and you have dreams, you're not going to let anything stop you. And that's still my MO, don't get me wrong. But when you're young, your inhibitions are a little bit more, you have less responsibilities, you know? So the cost of living, it was bad. Like, there were a lot of times where I would have to stay with a friend. I didn't really have to sleep in my car moment, maybe like 2 nights. In the beginning of my LA journey, I stayed in my car 2 nights. I was able to get a car, which was a blessing that becomes a home in Los Angeles at times. Eventually, I would go on to live with my 2 closest friends, and we would really honestly grow this bond and this brotherhood, sisterhood kind of thing. And that was the last apartment. It was a 3-bedroom apartment, 2 bathrooms. It was really nice. And it was pretty affordable. But I think that it started to, like, the bill started to become up here. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you can live above your means. And I definitely was living above my means in a place where it was already expensive. And I didn't really learn the significance of budgeting and the importance of those things. So, you know, let me just be honest and be transparent about that. Like, I could have done better with my budgeting, and I think it maybe still would have been going on, but everything for a reason. Honestly, the thing about living in Los Angeles is, especially as an actor, you are always on. You're always on. You're always on camera. You're always on in front of whoever you're around. You just never know. Like, your reputation is so much on Front Street that if you so much as slip, fall, dig out your wedgie in front, I don't know, do something crazy, it's a wrap for you, baby. It's a wrap for you, baby. No, for real. So I think that that's another thing. Like, it's one thing to be an actor and have to step into those spaces, but it's another thing to always be in the spaces, because now all my friends are creative. So we're always going to creative events, and now we're meeting new creative people. And when they say the thing about LA is fake, I think it more so has to do with the industry, because I've met some real people, like some down to earth, authentic people from Los Angeles, and they're not in the industry and they're just cool as I don't know what, you know? But the industry folk, the people that come from other places, the transplants, we're the ones who kind of give LA that bad rep, because it is so much as, especially in the industry, what can you do for me? And they're looking past you, because you can't do nothing for me, and I'm looking past, you know, for real. And that can become taxing too, because it's like, just because I didn't just do a project with Lena Waithe, I worked on her project maybe 2 years ago, or just because I never got my first television role doesn't mean I didn't study the theater, or I don't have my MFA in this, or I don't, you know what I mean? It's like, you always feel like you are in a place to prove yourself, especially when you haven't developed your self-confidence and just your knowing as an artist. And that developed for me later on, but to go through that for 8 years, or little pockets of it, because like I said, I had my tribe, I had my friends in that community. Those were great people, and those are the people that kept me there. But outside of them, I was looking around the city like, this ain't for me, especially for my New York self. Like, I'm like, where are the real people at, you know? And I was just tired of always being in the spotlight, for lack of a better word. And to be honest, it was like a series of events. Like things like this would happen all the time. You would go out to a party, have a great time, meet some new artists or even some seasoned ones. You know, I met some cool people. And then maybe you see them again at another function or something, and all of a sudden it's amnesia. They don't know who you are. We had the most explosive night. Like imagine the best night, bus, club, another bus, one of those type of nights with somebody you've made a new friend, and then you see them again and they act like they never saw you. You want to knock them in their mouth because what are you talking about? You know, but this is the industry. I'm not about to mess up my stuff, so I'm just walk past it. I just, you know, but I got tired of pulling those things under the rug because at the end of the day, are you a real person or not? Like, let's be real, you know? I digress. I think I just had it up to here. I was over it. I wanted something new. I didn't know where. And I think also for me, as the type of person I am, I grew up mostly as an only child. My sister and I are about 17 years apart. So I had that experience of growing up by myself, being independent, traveling a lot, doing the things by myself. So once I made the first step to college and then I went to Los Angeles, I knew that this, you know, I would be a traveler. One place would never satisfy me. I would be someone who would see the world and live in different places. Someone who is still actively working as an actor and also pursuing this career continuously and still have the love for it. For now, you know how that goes, but I still have it. I still love it. I was thinking about what city would make more sense. At first, I was thinking about Houston for a little bit because I saw the content creator world over there and I was like, I can connect there. But I also knew I still wanted to make things happen as an actor. And I would see a lot of people I knew in Atlanta doing well. So I'm like, hey, maybe I would have some of the same luck coming out here. That kind of really was the switch for me. It's like, I really knew I wanted to leave LA, but I didn't know where I wanted to go. I knew I wouldn't want to go back to New York unless I was booked on television for a show. That's the only reason I would be going back there. LA was getting tired and stale. And then Houston was on the radar, but I also didn't want to be in Texas. Georgia, you know, Atlanta is a little different. We're here, you know, we're testing the waters on that one. So that's kind of where I was at. I can be honest and say it has not been easy transitioning to Atlanta. It is really starting to grow on me now. It's been about 5 or so months. I think that I am just open to the new possibilities in this city. I've heard so many great things about networking opportunities and, you know, collaboration opportunities. So I believe that this will be the city that will help me go to the next level and whatever that looks like for me and my career and my success. I'm so excited to see what that looks like. It has been a difficult transition because I do miss my community, my tribe in Los Angeles. But I'm going back to LA again this weekend to do a show with my improv group. Like, I'm still actively doing the things I've been wanting to do. So I can only be grateful and just notice that this is a prayer from years ago, a manifestation from years ago, and just be grateful for these moments. So I am slowly developing my life here in Atlanta, but I know it's going to take at least 2 to 3 years to really like get some roots here. And I'm open to that time and space. I'm closer to New York, closer to home, which is great. The reasons why I left, one was after the pandemic, it started to get a little weird. An energy shift in the city was very apparent. Number 2, I was tired of being on all the time in the Hollywood life, always feeling like I had to be on or the pressure to be the one that's always working, you know, the next hot topic. And the third reason was the cost of living. I got tired of living above my means and really, really just needed a chance to sit back, have a slower life, which is what Atlanta is bringing to me. And honestly, I'm loving it. I'm excited to see how far I go and what's next. If you're seeing this video and you're thinking about moving to Los Angeles, or you're thinking about leaving Los Angeles, or just thinking about going to a new city in general, I just encourage you to do it. Whatever it's going to take to do it, just do it. You know, we only have this one life in this body, and we need and desire and crave the experience of life and what that looks like. Don't allow yourself to be stopped in one city or feel stifled in a city and not take the jump to move it if you have the means. And, you know, if you don't have the means right now, God will make a way. The way will be made. Like, there are always resources and ways. Chat GPT, that's bestie. I'm just saying. Hope my best friends don't see that. But ChatGPT will get you together and talk to it, really plan out how you want to move and make things work. And maybe there could be something that's possible. So if you haven't gotten anything else from me, just remember that going after the things that you want matter. And sometimes it just may be a new city, and that just might be all you needed. So again, it is Atika Green, the content queen. You know the vibes. And if you're feeling it, go ahead and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.